Hey yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. live on Team GRF TV, and I got another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And yo, the King of Fighters Destiny, episode 12, Shadow of Evil. Now, I want to get to the name of this episode and the point because I have a lot to say. But before that, we've got two other fights we've got to take a little look at. So how about we do that? Our opening contest for this episode, Terry Bogard versus Chen Genzai. Yo, I came into this fight understanding what the result was going to be, but I was interested to see how the result was going to play itself out. And it played itself out in a way that made sense in order for it to make sense. Let me try to explain what that means. Terry was gonna win because he is one of the main important characters of this, and he's gotta face Geese. So you really gotta actually make sure that you've gotta put that point over. That Terry right now has plot armor in this tournament, at least until he faces Geese Howard. What happens after that, whether that he gets beat by Kyo and he ultimately goes to face Rugal and things like that. But for right now, plot armor and fight. So they gonna win no matter what. It is what it is. However, I appreciate how the fight itself played out because Terry pulled out everything. Burn knuckles, power gazer, hit him with the what else did he hit him with? The rising taco. Well, actually no, he tried to do a rising taco and Chen was just like he hit him with a Macarena that sat up her head, did a lambada on him. I'm just sitting up like sipping on that scissor, sipping on that scissor. But sipping on that scissor was how Terry won because I'm trying to think what was the sequence. It was a rise. What? It was a crack shoot, a burn knuckle, a rising taco, and then when he landed, hit him with a power gazer, and Chen dodged all of this. It was seen that when Terry hit him with the power gazer, it cracked Chen's gourd. And Chen looked like, ain't got no more lean. Ain't got none of that sprightness with that codeine. I can't do any work anymore. And Chen then just said, I concede. But then, the important thing that OG Masters do, he looked back at him after the fact and they sitting up here trying to gather themselves and thing and Kenso trying to find out what's going on. He looked back at him like, yo, don't think I let you win. Understand there is, and he talked to all three of them at the same time, Terry, Athena, and Kenso. Always remember that somebody better than you. Always be prepared that there is indeed someone better than you. Don't ever look down on your opponent. Don't ever look past your opponent. Because looking past your opponent is an easy way to get laid down on the floor. Which is more or less what he said. But that was a great fight. It's like, the thing is that I am going to mention at least once more in this episode is I love the fight choreography in this show, dude. It's like, because as someone who is a fan of the King of Fighters, who knows these moves, who uses these moves, and have been familiar with these moves for over 2 decades, it's wonderful to really see like fight choreography played out with moves when fights don't normally happen like that when you yourself play KOF. So I appreciate that this show goes that extra mile to be as faithful to the video game as possible, but be faithful to the video game in a way that makes sense for the media in which we speak. So, that's some smart stuff for y'all, so don't mind that. Let's get to match number 2. Kim Catwan on one side, Clark still on the other. I'm like, they did a whole bunch of dancing. And then my favorite part was when Kim did the whole Kikaku, dog. It's like, and you sat up where he glowed yellow and they hit him with the knee. And then, like, because you can't really have the whole Kikaku hit the way it does, it's like, the way that the whole Kikaku hit in this fight, it reminded me of when K Lim does it in Maximum Impact, because it's a lot slower and it looks like it hit harder because she hits you with it and go and hits you with it and it's like this slow motion. It ain't like the fast animation where Kim just go and hit you with shoulder leans and uppercuts, and he's kicking you with shoulder leans and uppercuts, and those are arm moves. So how's he doing that? That's impossible. But it's like, again, more of that. I love how this show uses the game and then puts the game in front of you in like a way that like a person like me and the fans of the game can appreciate. Within again this medium, and it was nuts the way he hitting with it. It was just kicks, and then hit him with that up. I'm like, if he'd have done the Phoenix like Kim Soo-will, I probably would have marked, dog, cause that it's like, let's just put that out there. We haven't got to, in our journey into KOF, haven't ultimately got into the Foon series, which is a part of KOF technically, and technically a part of Fatal Fury 2, but we'll get to that. I've talked about that before, but my favorite version of the whole Kikaku is done by Kim Soo-will, because what? That's not Savage Rain. That would be Kizuna Encounter. See, I gotta remember what Foon game we're talking about. But hit him with the Phoenix. It's like Kim has the Phoenix version in 2002 Unlimited Match. But I just love when Kim Soo-will doesn't hit you with the Phoenix going up, and then you see like the little flames coming down afterwards. Sick. But Clark will take this one because he tried to hit him. He tried to hit him again with the joint. Clark like, I want to give you a hug. Gave him this dirty hug and hit him with that Ultra Argentine backbreaker. Now, the thing that I appreciate about what Clark did, because of they trying to keep it down to earth, he didn't jump down and then hit him with the part where he jump up in the air and then turn you down and then just like drive you. He just hit him with just three or four of them backbreakers and just shoved them to the corner, and then and Ken was just like, nighty night, just like blah. And I'm just sitting up here like, cause see again, I can appreciate that Clark does that move in ways that makes no sense in the video games, but in this he just hit him with the who do y'all? And then instead of just jumping up and hitting with the dumb, he just hit him with the Death Valley Driver, dog. Just hit him with the DVD, hit him with the da. He retired now or something. You know what? Let's not talk about that. I ain't watched Raw this week yet. I've been busy. I need to do that. Anyway, I appreciate that fight. It was off the chain. It's like, my thing for real, I want to see Hot Iron, dog. Hot Iron, that's my dude. I'm like, when you have a move where you jump up, hit somebody with a spinning neck breaker, and then drain a soul power, dog. It's like, I don't know how they gonna do that. Like, I want to see Ralph hit this Galactica Phantom. I need to see this. I have to know, like, how they gonna do a move like the Galactica Phantom in this show, because you know it's coming. Whether Ralph ultimately hits a human being with that, or, hits a wall with it, I need to see that. So maybe in the next episode. Maybe that's what I'll get the next episode. Our main event of the evening. Benimaru Nikaido versus Brian Battler. Orochi mode. I'm like, I have been waiting for this. Now, I always wanted to see my fam Heavy D, but I just wanted to see how they was going to handle this Orochi power within the story when it came to someone infected with the Orochis, whatever, was finally going to fight. And a lot of things happened outside the fight that I was kind of sort of expecting. Because Athena, again, is a side main character, for her to be able to feel the power of Orochi and to feel that change within Brian. That happened. Chen sitting up here, he feel it too, and Kenzo just stuffing his face with meat buns. There wasn't really any reaction from Kyo, because we didn't really get any time, because he too busy telling Benimaru, like, yo, calm down, yo, could you whoop this fool? And Benimaru hit Brian with everything, the kitchen sink, a Raikoken, and another kitchen sink, and Brian just sitting up here like a zombie, bruh. Just sitting up here like Benimaru, like, put the work to this fool. Like, he had his head stuck in a ring post. He sat up here, Benimaru, like, yo, man, it's over, man, yo. I'm flies him up. Brian hand move. He sits up here, takes his head out of the ring post. Turns around, stand up his neck still like this, crack his neck over. I'm sitting up here like, wow. I'm like, I'm like, I understood like levels of what the Orochi can do when it's someone that's actually filled with the blood, such as like when Iori and Leona go crazy, or when you see CYS give into it and things like that. But this is a representation of the Orochi I can appreciate, because they have been infected in a way that makes them like zombies, and it's like slaves to this power, and it's like I cannot wait to see my fam Heavy D. Cannot wait. I'm ready. I'm just so ready. I'm like, I wonder, are they really gonna let Lucky play with a basketball? Dog? I have to know these things, and luckily SNK hit us with a double shot of episode, so I won't have to wait too long to find out. This was off the chain. I'm just like, again, and again, this was another fight where I just love the fight choreography, because mainly they let Benny Maru hit him with the auto drill kick, Rakoken, hit him with the what was that, the Aigiri, dog? Just nuts. Just nuts. It's just like, I just love the attention to detail when it comes to bringing fighting game moves down to an earthly way that makes sense within the context of what we're watching. We need a Maximum Impact 3 so bad. I'm just like, how many times have I said that over my internet existence and people have been watching me say things? I'm just like, I think that the world is ready for another Maximum Impact like game. I don't really think SNK would ever go back to their well, because if they do, they would have to discuss that Alba and Sori and Mephistopheles stuff, and you really have to do that in a way that makes sense to try to take your story that's New Fatal Fury with aliens in it. So I don't really know how you do that. And you got the Drew Dime stuff, and you got Lien over here, and you got what's that alien girl's name? What's her name? What's Butterfly girl name, Terrence? Let me see. What is her name? Okay, hold up. Louise. Thank you. See, it took me a second. Louise Mayring. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world needs more Mignon. That's just a belief that I have. That's just me. Look. Regardless, I think we ready for another Maximum Impact. I'm seeing this fight choreography, and if they really want to do some dirt with this, they can if they want. And it's like, I really think I'm gonna be doing a lot more complimenting the fight choreography as we go on, because the fights as they have happened, they've gotten more and more involved, because you see a lot more people popping out their super moves from the game. I talked about Ma did her joint last time, and it's like you really gonna see a lot more of this as this show go on, because I'm waiting to see an Orochi filled Rising Storm. That's the one thing I'm waiting for, an Orochi filled Rising Storm, because you know it's coming. So it's going to be interesting to see what 13 got to bring. So I should turn this into a video. I really should turn this into a video. Probably the best thing. I'm going to go watch 13, and we're going to come back and we're going to hit the mic one more time. How about that? So, of course, the one and the only triple, the G.O.D. live on Team GRF TV. And I'd like to thank all of you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks Song. And with that being said, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.